Namaste people, I am Anmol Sarkar. So if you guys have seen my last video, you guys must have an idea about who I am and what I am trying to do and what this channel is all about. So without wasting any further time, let's get straight down to today's topic. In today's topic, we will see how this colonial administrator Risley uh, used Max Miller's work to freeze the caste system, and how he inspired, how this Max Miller inspired Risley to propagate his works further. Okay, so in last video we have seen how the Varna system was prevalent in ancient India and how this Risley guy uh, started to distort it. In today's video we will go into the detail of how Risley used Max Miller's work to further propagate this race science and link it with the caste Varna system and give birth to this new caste system in this in the current times. So as we know that the what we say Risley was very influenced by Max Miller. He said he was of an idea that he coupled the jati or the Varna system in order to fit his racial framework, which grossly distorted the characteristics of jati and greatly amplified its negative features. Okay. Max Miller, who was largely responsible for entrenching the racial framework for studying jati and his evangelical motive, he said that which has hitherto proved an impediment to conversion of the Hindus may in future become one of the most powerful engines for the conversion not merely of the individual but of whole classes of Indian society. Okay, now what this Max Miller did was, he, as we have seen in the previous video, he tried to classify Aryans and non-Aryans. Now what he did, that he classified Brahmins, Kshatriyas and Vaishyas and as Aryans, and the Shudras and as non-Aryans. So means he was applying this race science of white and black, okay, which were these above three Varnas were the descendant of Aryans, to classify it and to differentiate people on the basis of jatis. Okay, he made only one incidental reference to physical differences, that noses were described for the different tribes in Rig Veda. In Rig Vedas, if you read the Rig Vedas carefully, a person's description and characteristic and qualities have been have been described by looking at various body parts such as nose, hands, and various. If you read the astrology shastra or the face reading, so he used that face reading. What he did, he took parts of face reading, he used as the nasal index to discriminate between tribes. For example, those who have long nose belong to Brahmins, those who have short and touted nose belong to Shudras. That is how he distorted the original context, took the knowledge from the original context and distorted it. But in the ancient times, this nasal index were only used to distinguish between qualities of an individual. It did not matter with people who are born into a certain caste or creed. Okay, so what he did was, he used this nasal index to discriminate between the tribes. The younger Risley, which was greatly influenced by the senior and legendary figure of Max Miller, the development of racist theory between these two men was an important step in shaping the future of the identities across India. As I said, he also wrote to Risley in the sense of, there was a census carried in 1901. He wrote to Risley that it may be found that the classification of skulls, hairs, eyes and skin may be brought into harmony with the classification of language. Now he is trying to use the physical traits of, for example, those who have bigger forehead are more spiritual, those who have smaller forehead are less spiritual. Now he is linking this physical traits to the classification of languages. Okay, now just pay attention. We may even go as far to admit that as postulate the two most have run parallel, at least in the beginning of all things. Means he is trying to say that these two ran parallel in the ancient India, and he is linking it. Means, for example, those who have big forehead speak certain language, those who have small nose speak certain language, like that. Now what he did was, this Max Miller was a biggest hypocrite. He spoke from both the sides. On one side he was trying to convince India that what we say, language, people's language is only just what we say, part of the culture, and it doesn't discriminate between people. And on the other side, to fulfill his evangelical motives, he started all this. He also spoke in the racial terms, where he clubbed languages to these physical attributes, and then he differentiated between Aryans and non-Aryans. Okay, so finally he said that we should not be. There was a famous Indologist known as Ronald Inden. He said that he said about Max Miller's hypocrisy. He said that we should not be misled by this into thinking that these scholars were anti-racist. They did not have to rely on a theory of race as such, for they had their own global theory that was fully able to inferiorize the languages and other purely on the linguistic grounds. Max Miller's linguistic taxonomy was a Hegelian hierarchy in which cultural geography becomes the same as world history. Means so what he's trying to say, that we should not be fooled by his particular theories, because they have their own global theory which was devised to inferiorize the native cultures and club it with the global theory of Christianity. Okay, so this was it for today, guys. In next video we will see that how Risley used this Max Miller's work to further propagate the caste system and distort it according to his own lines. Okay, so this was in today's video. We saw what Max Miller told Risley, and in tomorrow's video we will see that how Risley used this to link race science to the Aryan Dravidian race, to the classification of Aryans. Okay, so this was it for today, guys. Have a nice day.